Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time for us to talk about the next HUGTTO PRECURE steps. We have the titles for the next episodes until episode 17, while also having lots of new magazine scans. So let's jump right into it. Let me just say first that the titles I am getting from the HUGTTO PRECURE wiki, they are amazing. They translate the titles very fast and they're always updating it with lots of content, and it's a great wiki for us to keep updated with HUGTTO news. Apart from that, I'm also getting some of the titles from the Precure Live Journal, and so I want to thank each and every one of all of those people that make this content available. So let's talk about the next few episodes. This Saturday, we're gonna have episode 13, which is called The Transfer Student is Fresh and Mysterious. We've talked about it in the last HUGTTO episodes video, so we already knew this title. In episode 14, the title goes like this: Hugyu, a baby who smiles with all its might. Episode 15 has this title: Odd Duo, Emiru and Ududu's Day Together. Now the next few episode titles were translated on the Precure Life Journal by Little Shotgun. So Little Shotgun, thank you very much. Episode 16 goes like this: Everyone's Charisma, Homare's coach has a bad time. And episode 17 goes like this: The Noise of Sorrow. Bye bye, Dudu. And so I usually say the name of the episode and talk about the episode itself, what I expect from these episodes. But right now, I just said the names because I want to take a look at the scans with you guys, because they have lots to do with what we are going to get from the next few episodes. Looking at the scans, first of all, we can see this. It's Lulu or Dudu with Hana's mom and Hana's sister. I forgot the name of both, obviously. And it's probably going to cover episode 13, in which Lulu is going to infiltrate Hana's house and Hana's life. And it's interesting to see her transformation in a human. I love her human design. And also, it seems that we're going to have some Lulu moments in those episodes, with her thinking about her condition and probably analyzing what she is seeing. And so if we take a look at the next scan, we can see the girls probably in a kindergarten, and they're gonna take Hugton with them. And I think this is obviously a reference to episode 14, which has the title Hugyu, a baby who smiles with all its might. It's probably an episode focused on Hugton, and it's a nice thing because Hugton is going to meet other babies. Because Hugton, so far, hasn't met other children her age. So it's gonna be nice to see that. And another thing that we can notice after looking at the scans is Lulu going with them to this kindergarten. So she's probably going to try to understand a little bit more of human emotions, cute things, and I don't know how that is going to affect her. And in this scan, we can see that Lulu is paying attention to the Cures fighting. She's probably trying to analyze things. She's probably trying to understand them better. So I don't know how things are going to turn out, but I'm very curious. So the next scan, I think that this scan is still related to this episode. Lulu now having a little bond with Hugton, and that's going to be something very curious to see. I'm very curious to see that. And we can see Papuru at the background, so thank Lord, I think Papuru is going to be with us for a little while, and I'm very glad. So looking at this other scan, I still think we're having another scan about this episode. So this episode is probably going to be very important for a reason. And Lulu is trying to protect something here. Is she doing that on her own volition, or is she doing that to try to trick the girls? I don't know, but I think she's probably trying to protect the babies from the monster. I think she's gonna get a little confused. I think she's gonna get a little confused and not really knowing what to do in certain situations. So I am very curious to see that. And in this scan right here, we can see Lulu with Emiru. Oh my god, what's this? We can see Lulu with Emiru. And, well, to be really honest, I'm very curious to see them together, and we're gonna have an episode focused on both of them. I think it's episode 15 or 14, 15. Yes, 15. Odd duo, Emidu and Dudu's date together. So they're gonna spend a day together. Lulu's birthday, probably. I don't know. And in this episode, Emidu's gonna sing. Hugton is obviously gonna love it, and Dudu seems to be a little um, I don't know, but she seems to be a little bewitched by Emidu's singing. I think that it's also going to awaken some things in her that she doesn't know about. And in the next scan, we can see the girls fighting. We can see the girls with their melody swords fighting and using their powers. And Emidu is being like the precure fan she is. She's watching them fight. But Lulu now, she seems to have a different look at the cures. I don't know, from the past scans we've looked, it seems that she's very cold. She has a very analytical look. And now with this one, she looks, I don't know, she has a different look. I think she looks bewitched by the cures. And it's interesting because now she's probably gonna see Emidu with her bewitched look as well. She's going to see the cures through different lenses with Emidu's reaction to the cures. And so I think that this particularly is going to be very, very interesting. I think we're on to a very interesting set of episodes. Episode 16 seems to be geared towards Homare's coach. And I don't know if Lulu is going to have something to do with him. Maybe he's going to be the victim again. I don't know. But I think it's probably going to be more focused on Homare. And episode 17 seems to be the most interesting one of the bunch because we're going to say goodbye to Lulu. I don't know if she is going to live, if she's going to leave on her own. I mean, if she really wants to leave and go back to Kriyasu Corp, or she's going to be taken away and go back to the Kriyasu Corp for other reasons apart from her own will. And so if she goes through her own will, that's fine, that's okay. But if she gets kidnapped or something else, it's gonna be very sad. And I don't know if the girls are gonna discover who Lulu is right in episode 17, but I don't think that it's gonna happen in this episode. I think it's gonna happen a little bit in the future, like episode 18 or 19 maybe. But I think that episode 17 will start Lulu's recover arc. She's probably gonna start. She's probably gonna start thinking and seeing different things in the episodes, like in episode 15, episode 14. But I think episode 17 is going to be her breakthrough moment, and from then on, we're probably gonna see her redemption arc. Not really a redemption because I don't really see Lulu as a villain. You know, like Ys was. Eren was, I don't see her as a villain like that. So I don't know. I think that we're gonna have a different character arc from her because she's not really a villain. She doesn't really have bad ill with her in her because she's just very analytical. She's a robot. She's an android, right? And so those are the episodes. Again, thank you so much for the people in the HUGTTO Wiki and the people in the Precure Live Journal for the episode titles and for the translations. Now, just before we finish this video, I want to talk with you guys about something very special. There was a magazine that did a very, very nice article on Precure and it got translated. And this article was posted on Twitter by a user called Dean939. Thank you so much, Dean. This article is amazing and it's 4 pages full of great information. I'm obviously gonna leave a link down below so you can check it out, you can read for yourself. And I just want to read some of the passages. Because they talk about so many things. They talk about the start of Precure. They talk about when Precure was supposed to end. They talk about HUGTTO. They talk about the Precure success. They talk about little girls and how they focus on them. And so I want to talk a little bit about something that caught my attention, and I want to read it for you. It says something like this. Our main target is girls between 3 and 6 years, but the preference for 3-year-old girls is quite different from 6-year-old girls. The 3-year-old likes pink after all, but when you go up the older girls, it's the cold colors and purple which is preferred. In the last year season, HUGTTO PRECURE, the purple macaron was extremely popular. So, look at this. They're talking about lots of different things, and they're obviously talking about the best cure ever, Cure Macaron. And she is perfect, you guys know, I know. She is the perfect cure, she is the perfect character, and she was extremely popular last year. She was like a standout cure. And one last thing I want to read is about HUGTTO. They're talking about the idea of taking care of HUGTTO, and I thought it was extremely interesting. It goes like this. Um, when I thought about that, it might be the strength of protecting the weak ones. And when I tried to tie all things together, it was the working mother. Since I thought the girl's admiration of mother is a little bit old, I think they mean like a little bit old-fashioned maybe, then working mother is might be more real. However, I never intended to say that the appearance of mothers who work and raise children is the figure that girls should be. What I hope is thinking that the feeling of wanting to help a weak existence when it's being oppressed in front of my eyes is what real strength means. So when HUGTTO started, there was a little bit of talk about the way it was being presented to the girls, and some people, including myself, were afraid that they were trying to push this idea that women should be mothers, women should take care of babies, and women should have this role model. So they're trying to put this role model into girls. But I think this idea is already out of question after we saw the actual HUGTTO episodes, because it doesn't really make sense now we're watching HUGTTO. It's not part of the main message of the season, and I don't even think it's a part of a message of a season itself. But it's interesting to see one of the producers that is talking about it, just explaining more and more about the concept of taking care of a baby, and why this was put into HUGTTO. And actually, it's the idea of, taking care of something that seems to be oppressed and seems to be weak and not powerful enough. So the power of wanting to protect that is the main thing here. And I thought it was really nice. So if you guys have time, go to Twitter and check out those magazine scans with the translations, because this is a very interesting read for any Precure fan. Guys, I think that's all. Let's share our views and our expectations for the next HUGTTO episodes. Yes, I am very excited to see Lulu in action and learn more about her character, see her interacting with Emidu. I'm very excited. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.